Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video. You're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. Well, tonight's the big night. We're only a few hours away from Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2023. I'm excited. Anybody else watching it? Let me know in the comments. It's gonna be a good show. I reviewed Thursday's Go Home show of Impact if you guys want to go up and watch that. We got a good card on tap tonight, guys. I'm excited. We got the Hall of Fame induction ceremony at 7:30 on the pre-show, so make sure you want to catch that if you would like to. Tracy Brooks is going in, as well as Mike TNA and Don West, the greatest announced team, besides, in my opinion, Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. And, Michael Cole and Taz, let's face it, not many people like Michael Cole. I'll get back into this in a minute. Not many people like Michael Cole, but I really liked when him and Taz were doing commentary on those early days of SmackDown. You know, that was great. I love that. My top three favorite modern day announced teams are Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole and Taz, and Mike TNA and Don West. Just my opinion. But let's get into Bound for Glory. As always, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the content, hit that thumbs up button. It'll help the channel. I would appreciate that, please. And if you're an Impact Wrestling fan or TNA fan, then you've come to the right place if you're looking for content on that. Not many people do cover this, and I wish more people would. Probably because more people don't get to see it. But if you guys like what I do, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Please. Alright. I don't know how many matches exactly we have on this card, but I'm going to go through everything that I have so far. And we're going to start off with the women's matches like we do on all these prediction videos. We're going to start with the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. First, it's going to be Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz challenging for Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly's Tag Team Championships, Knockouts Tag Titles. It's going to be Steelz and Purrazzo versus MK Ultra. I feel like Deonna and Tasha will win this, but I kind of hope we see MK Ultra retain. We don't see the Knockouts Tag Team titles defended that often, so I'm going to go with Tasha Steelz and Deonna to pick up the win. Trinity versus Mickie James. This is my favorite Knockouts match I'm looking forward to. Now, Mickie never lost his belt. Mickie never lost the Knockouts Championship. Trinity is doing a great job. I don't know. I could see it going either way here. I feel like if one of them is going to get their belt back if they never lost, it's going to be Josh. No, we'll talk about Josh Alexander in a little bit. I think Trinity's going to retain. Or I think Mickie's going to win it. I think Mickie's going to win her belt back. Okay. I think Mickie's going to win that. Next up, I don't have these in any kind of order except for the main event, so bear with me. The Monsters Ball match between PCO, Rhino, Steve Macklin, and Moose. I see either PCO or Macklin winning this. I feel like it should be Macklin, because he's like the up-and-comer. Kind of. feel like Macklin's going to win it. Macklin or PCO? I'm going to go Macklin. The Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Now, this is a tricky one. We don't know all the participants in this, but the ones we do know so far are Jordan Grace, Eddie Edwards, Frankie Kazarian, Bully Ray, Eric Young, Dirty Dango, Jake something, and there's 3 more that we know of. Giselle Shaw, I think, Jody Threat, and somebody else. Oh crap, I can't remember. Which means there might be some surprises in this. Some people might be doing double duty. I mean, Dreamer might be in it, honestly. Steve might be in it, Crazy Steve. Or Steve Macklin. Oh, Brian Myers is in it. This I cannot say. You know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. I think either Frankie Kazarian's going to win it, it would be kind of cool. I mean, Trace is going in the Hall of Fame tonight. Trace is going in the Hall of Fame. Give them another good moment. I mean, yeah, Tracy could get inducted in the Hall of Fame, and that could be good enough. But, you know, if you want to really make it special, have Frankie win the gauntlet. I know Frankie already had a title shot once before, but, I mean, he's one of the only Impact originals that's never been Impact World Champion. Let's see, who has been? AJ, Abyss, Bobby Roode, James Storm, Eric Young, Samoa Joe, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, am I missing somebody? I don't think Daniels ever was. Frankie wasn't. None of the X Division guys, except for maybe a few, had it. Like Eric Young, Motor City Machine Guns, guys like that. You know, most of the originals have won it, except for a couple. I mean, I would like to see maybe Eric Young win it. I kind of like to see Jake something win it. I have a couple of people that I would like to win it. See, the Call Your Shot thing is very unpredictable. I mean, I honestly don't know who to go for here. The nostalgia in me, the nostalgic part of me wants Kazarian or Bully Ray. But I wouldn't mind seeing like Jake something, or maybe even I don't know. I'm just gonna say, oh wow, Frankie has. I mean, that's the thing, and I'm not just picking Frankie because I like him. If you guys remember, I think it was back at Victory Road in 2004, the first one they did. They had that like Ultimate X or that X Division Gauntlet or something, and Frankie went the distance in that and almost won the thing. So it's not like it's not like I'm picking him just to pick him. Like, there's history, there's a reason why I'm picking Frankie Kazarian. One, Tracy Brooks, his wife, is going into the Hall of Fame. He gets to watch that and then go out there and potentially win a shot at the world title. I want to see Frankie Kazarian be world champion one day, before it's all said and done. I know that probably doesn't matter to a lot of them. I mean, maybe he's just happy doing what he does. But, I mean, part of you deep down knows that part of him probably does want to be world champion. You know, that's what every person in this business aspires to be. Let's face it. Alright, final prediction. Bold. Frankie Kazarian. Probably most likely going to be Bully Ray or someone like that, though. we'll see what happens. It's very unpredictable, but Frankie's my final answer. Alright, tag team titles. The Rascals defending against the ABC. Now, you don't want to do too many do too many, briefcases and things on the line. But the ABC already locked theirs in. There's a call your shot gauntlet thing on the line, and we'll get to something in a little bit that I mentioned before that I'll get into again later with Alex Shelley, if he retains. I mean, I guess it could still happen with Josh Alexander, but more likely with Shelley if he retains. But, I think the Rascals are going to hold on to him for a while. I'm going to go Rascals on this one. Unless Santino makes it like a no DQ last minute or something. I don't know what goes on there. Rascals is my final prediction. I mean, I like Chris Bay and Ace Austin, but let's be logical here. I think Rascals is going to have him for a while. Will Ospreay versus Speedball Mike Bailey. I'm really looking forward to this match. One, because I like Speedball Mike Bailey. And number two, I've heard that Will Ospreay is really good, but I've never seen one of his matches. I'm serious. People are going to think I'm crazy for this, but I've never seen one of Will Ospreay's matches, which is going to be very exciting because I've heard he's very good. And he would fit that X Division style. He could fit any style, really. But who do you give this to? Because he's going to be facing Josh Alexander. Whether Josh wins the title or not, he's going to be facing Josh next week, I think, on one of the England tapings. But Speedball Mike Bailey. Bailey's been rolling here lately. He beat Samurai Del Sol Thursday night. So, that was a good match. I would suggest them having like an Ultimate X match, but we've seen quite a few of those. You don't want to overexpose those or like overload your cards with like, I wish there was something for like the X Division. I know Saban's defending his title, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's a hard one. I don't really care who wins this match, but I'm gonna go with, probably gonna go with Speedball. I'm gonna go with Speedball Mike Bailey. Am I missing anything? Let's see. 2 Knockouts title matches. The Monsters Ball match. Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Tag title match. Ospreay versus Bailey. No, I think the X Division and World titles are next. Yeah, I know. I intentionally saved the Motor City Machine Guns for last. I know. Do we see any surprises in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? People are probably wanting to know. I'm wondering that too, but who could you really get? I mean, yeah, maybe you could debut somebody. I mean, there's talk of CM Punk getting an offer from Impact, but I don't think it would be this quick. I don't think Punk's coming to TNA tonight. Even if he accepts the offer, I don't think it's going to be tonight. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Again, like I talked about on the CM Punk video a couple weeks ago, that's a very big asset for TNA or Impact to get. On a positive note, he can make them a lot of money. He could maybe get them to a higher point. Maybe not to where they were, but get them like a good TV deal. But again, you have that baggage that he comes with, where you want to see, look, I want to see Punk wrestle on my TV screen. I want to see CM Punk as long as possible. As long as he is willing to do it and he is at peace with himself and he can, get his act together and stuff, I would love to see CM Punk. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just trying to be, logical and explain this. Look, if he goes to Impact, which I hope he kind of does, I want to see him and Alex Shelley. I want to see him and Josh Alexander. People like that. Plus, he's worked there before, in the early days with Raven. But he would need to get his stuff together. And, I'll be excited if he comes in. But there's always that, how long is this going to last aspect of it. The how long is this going to last before he flips out on somebody backstage or doesn't want to work with somebody or whatever. Apparently he was very well received backstage in AEW, or not AEW, in Impact, I'm sorry. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think Punk's coming in tonight. Do I think we'll see some surprises? Maybe, yes. Possibly it's most likely going to be James Storm or Chris Harris. If Triple H is willing, because I think they've done business with Impact before. If Triple H is willing, and this is a very big if. Like to see maybe either Bobby Roode or Abyss walk back down that ramp. Possibly AJ Styles, but that ain't gonna happen for a while. I mean, we can sit here and hope, it's gonna be AJ, but guys, sorry, it's not. AJ's still under contract with WWE. Bobby Roode is a producer backstage. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to let some of these guys make a cameo appearance or something. I mean, it could be Shark Boy or Chris Harris, James Storm. Whom else am I? Kurt Angle? Is Kurt even signed with WWE right now? I think he is, because they made that documentary about him. Which I watched it, and the reason I haven't reviewed it yet is because if I review that and the A&E documentary, I'm just going to be repeating myself. But, like I said, I don't think Punk's coming in. X Division title match. Speaking of CM Punk, kind of. The man that he kind of adopted the go-to-sleep finisher move from, Kenta. Or the former, when he was in WWE, he was Hideo Itami. Kenta versus Chris Sabin. Another first-time match. A lot of first-time ever matches on this show, I noticed. That's going to be cool. I think the only ones we've seen Macklin, Moose, Rhino, and PCO interact with each other. We've seen Alex Shelley and Josh Alexander. But I think a lot of these matches are first-time matches. That's really cool. A lot of first times on this show tonight. So I'm looking forward to this. I think either Macklin's going to cost Bully the Gauntlet, or he's going to he could demand that he's in it too. But I'm still standing by what I said earlier. I'm going with Frankie Kazarian. Yeah, I know. Probably not likely, but you never know. Bully Ray, I wasn't expecting Bully Ray to come back and win it last year. I really wasn't. I was expecting like Macklin or someone like that to win it, but you never know. Maybe Devon's in it. Don't know. But Sabin versus Kenta. This is where I think Saban's going to retain. Because if Kenta's just coming in for like a one-time thing, Saban's going to retain. Like, unless he's like staying for a while, I don't think Kenta's going to be taking the X Division belt. And this is going to play into the main event in a minute. What I could talk about here. I think Saban's going to retain. Final answer. The main event. This is going to be the hardest one for me to predict. Other than the Call Your Shot gauntlet. But I did come up with something last night that seems really interesting. That might be interesting to some people. I think Alex Shelley's going to retain. But he's going to turn heel. In the process. Now, I don't see any sense in turning both of the Motor City Machine Guns heel. This is where I wouldn't mind seeing a Motor City Machine Guns split. If you do this scenario that I'm about to lay out here. Say Alex Shelley retains, turns heel in the process, just freaking blatantly disrespects Josh Alexander. You know, this is my belt, this is my company, I was here first, you know, all that crap. Because we're starting to see it come out of him a little bit. On screen. I'm sure he respects Josh Alexander very much. Behind the scenes. Same for Josh respecting Alex. But, say Shelley retains. Okay? And he's, beaten up on Alexander. He takes the mic after the match and says, you want to tell me I'm a transitional champion now? Then who's next? Chris Sabin's music hits. Don't even have the Call Your Shot. Have Chris Sabin walk out. Don't have Moose. Don't have whoever wins the Call Your Shot gauntlet. I know Moose ain't winning it because, one, he's doing a Monsters Ball match, and I don't think he's going to get 2 title shots. That just wouldn't make sense. That'd be kind of stupid. Say Chris Sabin comes out, and he comes out and he says, look, nobody's saying that. And Shelley turns around and looks at him and gives him this look like, what, you in on it too? Because Shelley's getting paranoid at this point. Sabin trying to talk him down, like, look, you've done enough, you've beat him, you made your point, like, stop. He's not trying to take anything from you. Sabin's trying to talk some sense into him. But then he says, look, you're forgetting someone. Yeah, the Call Your Shot gauntlet, the Feast or Fire briefcase, whatever, forget about that for a second. Holds up the X Division belt, says option C. He doesn't even have to do this at Bound for Glory. He can do this, like, the next week on TV or whatever. Like, Shelley. Even if you wanted to do, like, a cliffhanger. Like, say Shelley does the same thing I just mentioned, and then Sabin comes out but doesn't say anything. And he kind of just stares at Shelley like, oh, really? You want to act like this? Okay. And, like, then you do the big reveal or not the reveal, but the confrontation between them on next week's Impact, or maybe Shelley, like, ducks him. I could see that maybe playing out. That's just me. That's just if Shelley retains. That's more likely to happen if Shelley retains. Or I could be wrong. Maybe Sabin turns heel with him. But I would kind of like to see the Motor City Machine Guns for the World Heavyweight title on a big pay-per-view or something. I'd kind of like to see that. Am I the only one that wants to see that? And yes, I love their tag team and I don't want them to split up. But that would be one way that I would be willing to give the Motor City Machine Guns feuding against each other thing a shot. where one of them doesn't have to turn on the other necessarily, but maybe Saban's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? This ain't what we talked about. You know? You do that. So, let's run down the predictions real fast. I have Mickie James regaining the Knockouts Championship. Tasha Steelz and Deonna Purrazzo winning the Impact Tag Team titles, or Knockouts Tag Team titles. I have Macklin winning Monsters Ball. Frankie Kazarian possibly winning Call Your Shot Gauntlet if Bully Ray doesn't. I have the Rascals retaining the tag team titles. Will Ospreay losing to Speedball Mike Bailey. And Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley both retaining their titles. The X Division and World Heavyweight title, but Shelley turns heel. Those are my predictions for TNA Bound for Glory 2023. I cannot wait. It's freaking in a couple hours, and it's not even 12 o'clock yet. It's in 8 hours. 7 hours? But this will be up in a little bit, and let me know if you guys are watching this. I know a couple people in the group chat on Twitter that I'm in, on the Wrestle chat, are. So if you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. Hit that notification bell, hit that like button, all that fun stuff. And give me some comments and views on some past videos too, that would help. Also. So, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I can't wait. Wish 8 o'clock would hurry up and get here, but, can't rush things, guys. Don't do that. But I'll come up with the review tomorrow at some point, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.